Hey guys, how you doing? This is Isamu here, and I've got Paul. What's up, Paul?
Hey, brother, what's going on?
Not much, man. I know there's talks today about the San Onofre nuclear plant leak again. But before we go on with that, what you got, brother?
Well, first of all, I'd like to just pray for everybody out there right now. One of the things the Lord just wanted me to pray for. Father, I just ask that you let people's hearts be sensitive to about the prayer that I'm giving right now. To be sensitive in their hearts to what we're going to show them today. Not to be scared or alarmed, but just be prepared, and that you'd watch over them and protect them, and help them in every area of their life, whether it's their finances or having to do with physical problems or relational problems, anything that would harm them in any way or make them feel discouraged. Father, I ask that you lift them up right now, that you bless them, and that you just show them your love and your kindness upon them. Well, one of the things, brother, last night I'd gotten home from a prayer meeting, and I came home and I was listening to some news before I went to bed, and I heard him say that the San Onofre that they were going to they're going to shut it down. And so I listened to this news, and I know we had talked about it not too far long ago, or a few episodes ago, or a couple episodes ago. And we both talked about what would happen, the scenario. And so what I wanted to, what we have set up today was to show you what's going on with San Onofre.
Okay. So you want to go ahead with that right now, or do you want to do it?
Well, yeah, I think we should do that in a little bit, but I think you have some earthquakes you want to show, right?
Yeah, as far as what's happening right now, uh, let's see here, not too much. Just the usual on that. You see the globes on that. I would say the biggest point right now that's happening is in Alaska. There's something going on in Alaska
Mm.
and Indonesia. Looks like Alaska has got around a 4.5 in there, and then Indonesia has like about a 4.6, close to 5, and a lot in Indonesia, as you can see, 4.4, 4.5, so forth on that. So, and then there's a lot more again in Indonesia here. So there's some things happening, rattling there. And here's the global map as far as what's happening down there. As you can
Mm.
see, right there, the three big ones right there. There are 4.4 there, another one here, 5.2, and a 4.6. So this just happened not too long ago right here. And as you can see, Alaska is right up here, about 4.2 on there, not too long ago. And we've got New Zealand as far as that. And then, of course, California, San Pedro, ooh, a 2.3 earthquake here.
That's in our backyard.
Yeah, and then Central California, 2.4 right there. And
Mm.
then another one, Central California there. And then inland, there's Nevada, 9 point there. And there's some kind of dot here. I wonder what that is.
Can you move over to that area so we can see it?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry here. So you can see the activities happen right there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so there's one dot there off of Utah at
Can you
1.5.
can you zoom in on that?
Let me see, my brother. Let me see here. See what I can do, my brother. Oh, there we go. Okay. Excuse me, I'm fighting a cold, folks. So it's kind of hard to navigate when you have a cold when your head's all stuffed up. So let's see if I can pull it up right here. Okay, there we go. Okay, so as you can see the global earthquakes right there at
They're
Mexico,
like
and
clusters.
yeah, and then Central California, as I mentioned. But it looks like the ones that are happening inland, Nevada 1.9, Central California again, and then Utah right off of there. Nothing in Wyoming, but we had one, I believe, this week or so. And
Mm.
then Washington had a 1.1 there. Let's see, Oregon 1.9, and then right down here near Tennessee 1.2. So you can tell the earthquake is kind of shifting inward here.
Mm.
So something's happening underneath the United States, I think. Seems that
Mm.
way, brother. And then,
Mm.
as I mentioned, over here in Indonesia, looking back here, you can see the ones here, the big earthquakes there. And then down here in between Afghanistan and so forth there. And then, of course, um, let's see here, Portugal, Spain, 3.7 there. And then Greece had a whole bunch of little small ones there. And then Turkey, there's some here happening on a 3 point so forth, as you can see. So kind of usual, unusual, I would say, earthquakes happening. But definitely, my concern is like the our homeland, the United States, something happening underneath here. That's for sure.
Hmm.
So that's as far as happening right now. Nothing major, but they're still shaking and rattling. So.
Hmm. Well, to go on with what we were talking about earlier about San Onofre, we can go to the next segment of that.
Yeah.
Pull up that, and I'll read it along with everybody here.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see here.
Is that open a bit so I can see it?
Yeah. Last night there was I guess a leak down in San Onofre, as you can see right here. This is today actually, but last night it's when it started. And I believe, brother, you left me a message on that one because we were covering the story, I believe, not too long ago about a lake there. I think it was last week or so. And it looks like they said it's definitely a leak now, and they closed the whole place down there. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, what it says here is what I'm getting from it is it says federal California nuke plant to remain shut down. The troubled San Onofre nuclear plant in Southern California will remain shut down until federal regulators can determine why tubes carrying radioactive water in this plant's massive generators are rapidly decaying. You know what's kind of weird to me, brother? If you look to the left of that picture, it's like people are having a picnic outside of the San Onofre plant.
Right.
That fence.
Right.
They're just strolling on the beach like nothing happens. And if leaks came out of there, you know, I mean, it's just kind of ironic. People watching them walk on the sand of the beach right next to a nuclear plant.
Yeah.
I know this is not today or yesterday, but that's just ironic. I mean, to see people walk outside a nuclear plant and it has a possibility of spilling out. I mean, that's just something I just can't fathom myself.
Well, you know what, brother? I mean, a lot of people don't understand this, but I mean, San Onofre, a lot of people, that's one of the hot surf spots too, you know? And, you know, we have these people in these beaches that kind of hang out there in the middle of this, you know, power plant, and then they surf down there, you know? So if you're having a leak there, the surfers swimming in the waters, who knows what's going to happen there? I mean, we're talking about this is a major place where people actually go in the water and play in the water next to a nuclear power plant. We know what happened in Japan. I mean, they're still having problems with that. I mean, come on, you know?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me.
No. And then, you know, I think it was last week, right, brother? They said it was contained or it wasn't a major deal, but now they said that they have something.
Yeah, that's exactly what they said. And we reported on that. We said that, you know, this is what they said. There's no big thing. And that's where we were telling everybody to get prepared, you know.
That's right.
You don't know what's going to happen. I mean, the only reason I say get prepared, because I'm thinking of Japan, people. I'm not just making this stuff up. I'm thinking of Japan. And if the same thing can happen, we're living right on the coast here with this nuclear plant. Look at the picture right in front of you. I mean, you're living there. And it's in this further video that we're going to show you, it's going to show you how far it can get to you if this thing were to leak out.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't know. I think a person should be prepared as best as they can.
That's right. That's right. I tell you, I wouldn't want to swim next to this thing here. That's for sure.
Can we go to the next video? Because I think it'll explain even more and the people understand a little bit more.
Yeah. Okay, here's the next video explaining the
San Onofre will not go back online until they say it can. The mandate from the NRC comes on the same day a report was released by Friends of the Earth accusing the power company of misleading the federal agency.
They really carefully parsed their words to tell the NRC just enough so that they would approve the change.
Arnie Gunderson, the engineer behind the report, says Edison claimed it was switching one steam engine for another. He claims it was more like putting a V8 engine in a Model T. According to his report, the new $670 million generators changed the type of alloy used in the tubes, changed the reactor flow rate, added more steam generator tubes, and modified the so-called egg crate, which keeps the tubes from shaking. This is one of the generators, which weighs 600 tons and stands about 75 feet tall. It was designed to last 30 years, but in January, Edison found what's described as a pinhole leak in a tube, and then on inspection noticed more of the tubes were degrading.
I think we just have to accept the fact that it's run its course. We can all be glad nothing's happened seriously. And let's start investing our ratepayer money into green technology.
Organizers of San Clemente Green want to see the nuclear plant decommissioned. It is one issue that will be addressed at tonight's Irvine City Council meeting. Councilman Larry Agron has questions about whether Irvine is prepared for a nuclear emergency, even if it is 22 miles from San Onofre.
We have a responsibility for public safety. After all, if there's an evacuation, we're either receiving evacuees here or we are ourselves evacuees.
Late today, Edison issued a statement saying it welcomes the NRC's letter and that safety has always been a priority of both employees and the public, and that they will not turn on the plant again until it is safe to do so. In Irvine, Vicki Vargas, NBC4 News.
Wow. One of the things we're saying, too, is that in another newscast I was watching, they said it could go up to 80 miles from San Onofre, and it could spread out towards San Diego and go further up to L.A. And it could devastate that area. Now, I don't know if it would go, if the winds shifted, I don't know where that would take it, if you had a big nuclear leak. And the thing was not to scare everybody, but just to get them prepared. And that's what we've been talking about all along. Some of you don't even want to watch because, for whatever reason, but we brought this stuff to you ahead of time. We just had it in our spirit, and that's why we spoke about it. That's what the Lord kept us after, doing the same thing every day, because the Lord was just showing us, hey, I want you to talk about this. I want you to get people prepared. Whether it's water together or supplies or getting your family, get groups together where you can find a place to go or whatever you need to do to get yourself prepared. This is not in any way to make you fearful, but to help you get along, to take care of your family.
That's right. Whoa. Brother, I look at, we do the earthquake reports and stuff like that. Now, just imagine if a major earthquake happened. We don't know exactly when. Some people thinks it's going to happen this year and so forth, but when you have this nuclear thing right in the ocean and they're having a leak, a problem there, I mean, you can imagine what would happen. I mean, Japan's having a massive earthquake there, and they have this nuclear power thing going on. So, I mean, I don't think other people understand that. But even, I don't know if you heard that part, brother, by the newscast, but they said that they don't know if Irvine can prepare for this kind of a disaster. They kind of said that really quick on that part. So, I mean,
I don't think we're prepared right now like we think we are. I think a lot of people are misinformed as to how prepared they are, or how prepared the state of California is. I think they do have things in place, but I mean, for the masses of people, I just don't think they're going to have enough.
Yeah.
And I think we need to, as a community, to get together one another in small groups or what have you, and rally around and get some place where you can say, hey, listen, you have this, I have that. Let's get together, let's put it together, and we'll go out there and we'll try to take care of one another.
That's right.
I think that's what we have to look at. We can't depend on governments. We can't depend on institutions of any kind. We as people, neighbors, even if your neighbor across the street you're not too sure about, maybe you haven't talked to him in like 5 or 10 years and you've lived there like 15 or 20 years. Well, now it's a good time to break down and to say, hey, I'm sorry for not talking to you, but hey, I'm getting something together here to try to get a place to go so we can all gather together in case something big happens.
That's right.
And I think we need to do that. I think we need to step out of our shell and step out of our regular routine and stretch out, reach our hand out to the other person across from us. I think if we don't do that, we're going to be hurting, and some of us may even, God forbid, you may not make it through it.
That's right.
But I really think that we need to start getting together and start getting as a community with one another. And goes for myself and Isamu and whoever else wants to be involved, that we could get together and we could get some kind of plan going for all of us, not just individuals, for our families and friends.
Amen. The whole thing, brother, what we're trying to say is that we need to get prepared, and I still talk to a lot of people who are prepared and they don't know what to do. And, putting our head in the sand doesn't make things go away. But when you have some water and you have some food and you have a plan, evacuation plan or something going on, you feel more comfortable when the things happen. Then when things are happening. And, for Christians out there, God warns things before things happen, like Noah's Ark, and same thing with Sodom and Gomorrah. God spoke to the people on that before it happened. He actually spoke to Abraham on that. But the point I'm saying is that we need to get prepared, and we need to have a group. You can't just rely on the government to help you, because they're pretty occupied even too, as far as it's happening. So.
You know what I'd like to suggest to everybody out there? Could you write us in or email us in and let us know what you would do to get prepared? What are the things you would do? What are the things you think would help us out as a community to help other people out to get prepared? I'd like to get some, I have a list of ideas and stuff that I went through that people told me about how to prepare, but I'd like to hear from the masses out there, not just from institutions or regular groups that are trying to get it together. But I'm talking for everyday people out there. I'd like to hear what you guys have to say and how you're getting prepared and how you think we should be getting prepared. So on that note, I just want to, I want to bless everybody out there, and we just brought it to you because we got breaking news, and I wanted to share that. We wanted to share that with you and let you know what's going on. And we're not doing this, we're not getting paid for doing this. We're doing this on our own because the Lord put it on our heart. We've been doing it that way. My brother's been real good at making sure that we don't have to be spending exorbitant costs in any way, shape, or form. And he's bringing this to you, at no cost to you at all. And so, this is why we're doing it. We're doing this to please the Lord. And I pray that we are doing that. And I hope it's helped you out some. So on that note, we bless you. We bless you. We bless you.